Well, hello everybody. Welcome back. Jiu-Jitsu 2000 here today. I'm back and I've got an interesting video for you. Today I've got another Thrunite offering. This is the Catapult Model V6. I'm very excited about this. This is a rechargeable lithium ion 26650 flashlight that is a thrower. So it'll put the beam out there quite a good distance. This thing retails for around 75 bucks. So when I open the package, the first thing I see is the owner's manual. We'll get to that in a minute. And I see the welcome card from Thrunite. And this card is in several languages. I think it's pretty cool that they include this. The next thing I see is a USB cable. Okay, so it's got USB 2 and then micro USB on the other end. Okay, this is so we can charge the flashlight. And this is a flashlight that I'm very excited about. I'm really excited about this one. I also see an accessory pack, and in this accessory pack there are a few things. There is a lanyard, okay, hopefully you can see that. Camera's a bit far away from me. There are 2 O-rings, okay. And there is a rubber seal that will cover the charging port of the flashlight. There is a split ring, key ring, so I can attach the lanyard. And last but not least is a new seal that goes underneath the button of the flashlight. And I'm really excited about this flashlight. You know, I have a lot of Thrunite flashlights, and I've always kind of wanted one that was a thrower. You know, one that puts the beam, very focused beam for a long distance. So if I want to see something way down, you know, range, I can really throw that light out there. So that's what this one is for. So when I open the box, the last thing that we see here is the flashlight itself, with a nylon type holder. Okay, so we've got a nice little holder here. It's got Velcro on it, and on the back there's a nice D-ring. It's all sewn together so you can run your belt through here, and this will hold your flashlight real good. There's also holes in the bottom, so if you were carrying this thing on your side, and because Thrunites are waterproof flashlights, maybe you were in a canyon with some water or something and you get it wet, this will drain out the bottom. So I really like the pouches that they've been putting out with the newer Thrunite, you know, flashlights. These pouches are pretty nice, so I like that. Okay, now let's take a look at the flashlight itself. This is it. This is again the Catapult Model V6. This is crazy. This is a really nice looking flashlight. That right there, where is it? Right here where my finger is, that is the charging port for the flashlight. You can see the lens is just really cool. There's no orange peel. It's a very smooth finish. The lens is glass. This thing is really, really cool. I'm super excited about it. Let's talk about some of the specs real quick on this flashlight before we get it running. Okay, I'm going to open my manual and I want to talk about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different modes of operation. We'll start with the lowest, which is Firefly, which is half of a lumen, so it's 0.5 lumens. That'll last for 41 days. The next setting up is 22 lumens, which is low. That'll run for 62 hours. Then we bump up to 180 lumens, which is medium. That'll run for 9 hours. And then eventually we get up to high, which is 950 lumens. That'll run for 165 minutes. And then we can go up to turbo, which is 1700 lumens for 150 minutes. So that's over 2 hours of runtime on turbo. That is just remarkable. And then eventually we have a strobe setting, which is 1200 lumens. And on that setting, the flashlight will run for 180 minutes. Now get this, the distance of beam or the distance of view that this flashlight will throw, and it's a remarkable number, 750 meters. Now if you look at the Thrunite TN4, this one's only like 350 or something like that. So this is like double the distance that other one has. Now the intensity is 140,650 CD. This is impact resistant up to 1.5 meters, so you can drop the thing and it's not going to hurt the lens, it's not going to hurt the flashlight. And it's also waterproof down to 2 meters, and I'm talking underwater. IPX8 rating for 30 minutes, 2 meters underneath the water. On the side of the flashlight here, you've got this, in the switch here, you have this little hole. That is your power indicator, and it'll tell you the capacity of the battery. So if it's blue, you'll be between 21 and 100%, and if it turns red, you'll be between 11 and 20%, and if it starts flashing red, you're between 1 and 10%, and then if the light just goes off, you're either in firefly mode or your battery is going to die. Now the mode of operation, to turn the flashlight on, you just push the side switch right here and it'll turn the light on or off. Now right now there's nothing happening. That's because Thrunite, from the factory, they put a small little piece of plastic in there, okay? And what that plastic does is that keeps the flashlight battery from coming into contact so that the flashlight doesn't turn on during shipping and create heat, maybe create fire, things like that. So this is a look at the head of the flashlight. Pretty cool. Very cool, very shiny, look at that. And then we have the body. Nice little spring down inside there. Hopefully you can see that. And then here is the battery itself. This is a 26650 lithium ion battery running at 5,000 milliamp hours. That's just remarkable. Okay, so let's see here. So to turn the flashlight on, you push the button down. That blue light that you see right there, that's the power indicator that I was talking about. So we get low, and then if you push and hold, you'll go to medium to high. Low, medium, high. Now it will remember the last setting that you were on, whether it was low, medium, or high. When you turn the flashlight off and you turn it back on, it'll remember one of those three. If you're on firefly, strobe, or turbo, it will not, the memory function won't work. So since we were on high, it goes right back to high. If we go down to low, and then we turn the flashlight off, we turn it back on, it's right back on to low. So I think that's a really cool feature of this flashlight. Now it says to change modes, when the light is on, long press the switch to cycle through low, medium, and high. Okay, turn it on, low, medium, high, low, medium, high. When you get to the desired setting that you want, you take your finger off, turn it off, it'll remember that, turn it back on. Okay, I like to keep it on low when I turn it off because I don't want to blind everybody when I turn it on. Again, it does not remember firefly, turbo, or strobe, so don't forget that. Now it says shortcut to firefly. When this flashlight is off, long press the side switch to get to firefly. Now you'll notice when you're on firefly, the little indicator on the switch here does not illuminate. It's here to save battery power. Okay. Now it says double click to turn to turbo from any mode, and another double click will get you to strobe. So we're on firefly right now. Let's double click this. 1, 2. There's turbo. Look at that. Wow, that thing is bright. And then if I double click again, there's my strobe. Now if I turn it off and back on, we're back to low. Okay, now it says memory function. I talked about this. The light will turn on in the last mode accessed except Firefly Turbo or strobe. 2 amp charging by USB port. During charging, the indicator is red. After fully charged, the indicator will be blue. If the indicator flashes purple, it means abnormal charging. Only Firefly, low, and medium are available while charging. That is super cool. So I have a wire right here. This is a micro USB wire. So I'm going to pull this off, this little cover here, and we're going to stick that baby in. Let me see if I'm getting this oriented the right way. Okay, so we have a red indicator showing that this flashlight is charging. So again, it said we can go to Firefly, low or medium while charging. So let's test that. Push and hold. We are on Firefly. Let's turn it off. Let's turn it on. There's low. Okay. Medium, low, medium, low, medium, low. So they're not lying. You can do that. Now it says here, warnings. Thrunite flashlights are high intensity lighting devices capable of causing eye damage or other harm, so please avoid shining our light directly into people's eyes. They are bright. I mean, we're talking 1700 lumens. And this is a thrower, so it's a very focused, it's almost like a laser beam of light. Very crazy. Please keep flashlights away from children. To protect the battery, driver circuit LED. We do not recommend you run the light at max mode for more than 10 minutes. And then there is the contact information for Thrunite. That's basically everything I just read. So this is a really cool flashlight. I love the fit and finish of it. If you look at it versus the TN4, it's a little bit taller and it's a little skinnier in the body, but yet the lens is a little larger. And the lens is not that orange pill like the TN4 has. Again, these are impact resistant. They are shock, you know, down to, what was that, 1.5 meters I think it was for impact. Yes, and waterproof IPX8. IPX8 is no joke. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this outside now, and I'm going to shine this and show you how good of a flashlight this is. This thing rocks. It will reach out and touch something. Yeah, it's really cool. You have to put this little rubber thing over the charging port to keep your waterproofness. Make sure that's in there. That's the only thing that I don't really care for. Like the TN4, I don't have that. When I close this, it's sealed. There's nothing going to get in there. It's waterproof. But the Catapult, it's a little different. The Neutron is the same way. So let's go outside and let's light these babies up and see what we got. We're going to start with Firefly. So we're going to turn this baby on. And there is Firefly. You can see the nice focus beam. Again, Firefly is half a lumen for 41 days. That is pretty cool, because with the TN4 on Firefly, I wasn't even able to see what I was doing. Now, if I turn it off and I go on to low, we've got a total of 22 lumens. Again, this will run for, what is it? 62 hours. That's low. You can see how tight the beam is on this thing. I mean, I'm back there on the brick wall, and you know, up the pole a little bit. That's pretty cool. It's a very focused beam. Now let's bump it up to medium, which is 180 lumens, 9 hours of runtime. That's medium. Look at, it's got a wide lens, but it also has a very focused beam in the center. So it lights up a big area right here by my finger, but as well as a center beam, which is super cool. I like that. Now if I go low, medium, high, now we're at a 950 lumen rating, 165 minutes, and that just lights up the whole thing. You can see everything, even across the way. This is definitely a thrower. If I go up this pole, look at that, all the way up to the pole, you can see everything. This thing is just throwing light. You can see that, and I'm not even on turbo yet. Let's go to turbo. 1, 2. There's turbo. 1700 lumens, 150 minutes. That thing is just bright, 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 bright. I can see everything, and I can feel the flashlight definitely heating up. This thing is putting out some serious horsepower. I really like this catapult. The light is just crazy bright. Now if I double click again, we're going to get the strobe function. Again, this is good for disorienting our attacker, things like that. This is 1200 lumens, 180 minutes of runtime on this setting. That's just crazy. So if you go back to low, let's see, low right there. Low is crazy. Now I'm going to compare this very briefly to the Thrunite Model TN4. So here's the TN4 on low. Okay, this one on the right is the TN4, and the one on the left, okay, see catapult there, TN4 here. TN4 versus Catapult V6. Look at the beams. Now if I bump them up low, medium, look at the difference. The TN4 has good light, but the catapult is so much more focused. Look at that. I mean, you can see the fence back there. I mean, it's night and day. Let's go to high. Low, medium, high. Low, medium, high. Look at the difference. I mean, it just drowns it out. The TN4 can't compete. It just drowns it out. It's crazy. I mean, look at the light. TN4, Catapult V6. Go to turbo. There's turbo. There's turbo. It just, I mean, I'm telling you, this thing is definitely a thrower. Puts the light out, even against the shop over here. It just drowns it out. And then, of course, let's go to strobe. Let's go to strobe. That could be a wild party. Look at that. Woo! Hello, folks. Who's disoriented? So that is the Catapult V6 by Thrunite. Another amazing offering. I really like this flashlight. I think medium is a good setting because it's not overly powerful. Even low, medium, high, low. Even low is good. I mean, if you want to reach out, and I'm looking at the house across the way. He's got an evergreen in the backyard. Medium, high. He's probably wondering, why is that dude always shining lights on my house? It's crazy. Yeah, I'm a YouTube reviewer. Sorry, bud. Let's go up the pole. Look at that. All the way up the pole. You can see the lights. All the way to my power pole, my shop. Crazy. This is the Catapult V6. Man, I'll tell you what, this thing is a beast. You saw the footage. This thing just, it's the camera does not justify the amount of beam that this thing puts out. It is remarkable. The TN4 is an amazing flashlight, but if you're, so I guess you're kind of having to decide what do you need, because the TN4 has a Firefly of like 80 days or something crazy like that off of 4 AA batteries, and this one's 40 days, but the difference in what you can see on Firefly is amazing. This one will reach out and touch somebody. We took the TN4 on our May Overnighter video, so if you want to see what this one does, this is the flashlight we used in that video, and it worked really good. And there was a time when we were in the boat and it was nighttime, we were out scouting around, and this thing threw a very nice beam. I could have only imagined what it would have looked like with this one, you know, because they're literally, the Catapult is literally double the distance of what you can see out of the TN4. So I mean, it just blows me away, the performance of this thing, the distance of what that beam will travel. Very remarkable. I like this flashlight a lot. I think it's going to be a good hit. I think Thrunite really delivered on this one, and for something as small as it is to be able to deliver that long of a distance of light, it just blows me away. The technology in our hands, you know, is just amazing. These flashlights that they're coming out with today just blows me away. So folks, I hope you got some good useful information out of this video. Please feel free to leave your comments down below, like this video, share this video, and as always, appreciate you stopping by. And I hope you got some good info. If you like the type of content that you see on my channel, please hit that subscribe button. Make sure you knock the hell out of that notification bell. And until next time, we'll see ya. Have a beautiful day. Check the description box down below. I'll put links to this baby. Really cool. Cool flashlight.